Most travelers don't confront any issues when they travel, yet it's conceivable to make travel more secure and more agreeable. Here are some health tips for travelers that guarantee you a smooth and critical voyage. Every year, more than 1 million guests come to Canada to investigate this immense land. From international urban communities to magnificent mountain ranges, Canada's scene is as differing as its kin. Travel, regardless of whether abroad or in one's nation, is a lavishly compensating background, yet there are constantly potential health dangers. Guests who travel to Canada are insightful to think of some as health tips before setting out on their trip. Nature for the open-air devotee, Canada is a real play area. Home to incalculable lakes and backwoods, Canada is the perfect goal for enterprise searchers. To guarantee that sickness does not ruin your excursion, know about the natural elements. The climate in Canada can differ extraordinarily from territory to region, in this way requiring you pack proper climate dress. To guarantee that you are set up for Canada's extremes in an atmosphere, make sure to inquire about the region that you will visit. Neglecting to dress as needs may bring about your health being bargained. In the late spring months, make sure to shield yourself from an assortment of bugs with creepy crawly repellent. The greater part of them is a slight inconvenience. However, a nibble from an infected mosquito can have conceivably risk impacts. Air quality in daylight. Canada's public focuses offer a portion of the finest social occasions in North America, and much like all strong urban communities all through the world, Canadian cities can be liable for intermittently decreased air quality because of activity and industry. For those travelers who are inclined to respiratory issues, it is savvy to outfit yourself with any essential pharmaceuticals before leaving home. Additionally, regular allergens, for example, dust and ragweed, are pervasive in most Canadian urban communities and can repress your capacity to appreciate the outside. Amid the late spring, Canadian cities offer an incredible lineup of celebrations and other uncommon occasions, yet you can be immediately denied of their satisfaction on the off chance that you don't shield yourself from the sun. The UV file in the late spring months can be high, and travelers can encounter the evil impacts of overpresentation to the sun's beams. Medical crises health tips are useful, yet they don't ensure that you will remain in ideal excellent health while traveling. An ideal approach to shield yourself from expensive medical bills is to have substantial health protection. If you are a guest to Canada from another nation, affliction can abandon you with an overwhelming budgetary weight. Before leaving your nation, make sure to buy health protection that will cover you in a case of a medical crisis. Provincial scope. If you are an inhabitant of Canada and are going to another territory, know that your provincial health plan won't cover all medical costs brought about out of the region. For instance, residents of Ontario will find that OHIP does not accommodate rescue vehicle costs and unexpected dental costs brought about in another territory. A little research will educate you of the oversights in your provincial health scope. On the off chance that you don't feel that your rural healthcare is sufficient, it might be shrewd to buy supplemental health protection before your excursion. There is much magnificence to investigate and involvement in Canada, so ensure that you make the most of your trek to the most extreme by defending your health tips for travelers to India. With its multi-layered history and amazing social differing qualities, India is a luxuriously remunerating spot to visit. To appreciate this hypnotizing nation to the full, you have to remain fit and well, and this implies being expert dynamic about your health. In the event that you are a first-time guest, then the odds are you will get no less than one episode of the feared Delhi belly awful assault of loose bowels, just on the grounds that the bacterial verdure you will meet in India is unique in relation to the one your framework is utilized to. To ensure that a mellow assault of the runs is the main thing that inconveniences you, there are a few safety measures you can take, and some of these are abridged underneath. Medical pack. Most present-day solutions for everyday issues are accessible in India, so there is no compelling reason to arrive weighed down with pharmaceuticals unless you are on a particular medicine. Be that as it may, it is sensible to dependably have with you a basic unit including band helps, clean, bug repellent, Imodium or Lomidil for the critical crisis, sunscreen, rehydration salts and an antihistamine cream to treat creepy crawly chumps. Individual hygiene. Nobody is recommending that there is anything amiss with your hygiene administration. However, you do need to be additional watchful in India. Convey a hand sanitizer gel, wash your hands regularly, keep fingernails short, and treat minor cuts and wounds instantly. Drink just filtered water and maintain a strategic distance from ice. Filtered water is accessible, and you ought to never drink whatever else except in a critical crisis. When you purchase a container of water, particularly in an unknown territory, do watch that the seal is secure and unencumbered with It is not obscure for purge plastic water jugs to be refilled with faucet water, yet it ought to be conceivable to detect these maverick containers. Maintain a strategic distance from ice and beverages on the off chance that you can. On the off chance that you get deli belly and the off chance that you do get a mellow assault of travelers' loose bowels, then attempt to abstain from taking a drug. Only rest up for a day or two and let things take their course. Drink a lot of non-alcoholic fluids and utilize your rehydration salts generally accessible at medical shops on the off chance that you don't have them with you. Local people instruct an eating regimen concerning mint tea, papaya, and yogurt. Try not to take Lomotil or Imodium or comparative unless you need to travel, in which case they can be useful, yet abstain from utilizing them on the off chance that you can. Try not to take antitoxins unless a specialist has recommended them. An expert's help ought to be looked at real issues, for example, blood or discharge in stools, or fever. Additionally, counsel an expert for industrious, repeating issues. Sustenance security. Stay away from road sustenance until you have been in India for a few months and your gut has acclimatized. All things considered, you should be exceptionally watchful. Eat just newly cooked nourishment and stay away from homemade products of the soil unless you have set them up yourself. Attempt to evade sustenance that is slick and fiery. If you have a sensitive assimilation, then going vegan is a quick thought. South Indian veggie lover food is lighter and less sleek than the Mughlai-style cooking of North India. Mosquitoes in India convey a few terrible ailments including malaria. On the off chance that you are coming to India for a brief span, you ought to talk about with your specialist whether to take malaria pills. In some Western nations, general health administrations oblige residents to utilize such preventives when they travel in malaria-harassed nations, or they can't guarantee treatment at home on the off chance that they get the sickness. On the off chance that you are in the nation for quite a while, it is not useful to take antimalarials regularly, and you ought to rather concentrate on not getting nibbled. Wear since a long time ago sleeved shirt and jeans, particularly in the early morning and night. Abstain from dressing in dark as that draws in mosses. Carry a decent anti-agents with you, ideally containing DEET, or utilize the Indian brand Odoms, which is skilled however somewhat sticky for health. To forestall being nibbled while sleeping, you can consume the locally accessible mosquito curls or utilize a mosquito net.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to receive new video.